In our last video, you would have seen us removing this wooden extractor fan cover. It stuck out a lot, so every time we would cook, we would constantly hit our heads on it. And it was installed when the kitchen was built in the early 2000s. So it was just not our style, and we decided to just remove it completely. Now, the goal of this day was to remove the extractor fan that has been in the house since the kitchen was built, and to put a new extractor fan in, hopefully replace the like the extractor fan cover that was there, just with like a straight piece of a flat piece of wood, and then to also install a new like piece of wood at the back for the backsplash to stick on. It will all make sense when you kind of see the end product. That was the goal of this day. Now, did it turn out like that? No, it did not. This was an incredibly painful process, and it did not turn out the way that we thought it was going to. But I am glad, and Dylan is also glad that it did turn out the way that it did, um, because we're very happy with the end process. Here you can see that we are like disgusted by the grease and the oil that is left on this extractor fan and on the wood. I think it's just because it's like it's someone else's, you don't know who they are, you don't know the person. It's just it's been years and years and years of just like a buildup of oils and greases from someone else's cooking. So we were not thrilled to be doing this process.
Pile van der pijl. Niks niet meer.
Shit on this as well. How did David manage to shit on this box?
You're gonna have to hold it.
I'm not supposed to touch it then, right?
Can't hold it, it's not heavy. That's disgusting.
Okay.
Show it to the camera.
This is where it could have been okay. We could have done this project in like 3 hours, but instead it took us about 9 to do this entire thing from start to finish. So, to be very honest, I did not record every single thing that we did. A lot of the clips are very short. It was just a very frustrating time. And I think halfway through, we were just ready for this to be done. That is just the honest truth. So some of these clips will be very short. I'll try to explain what's kind of happening. But yeah,
That's the one.
from this angle.
Just go outside. Okay.
This is where I need to explain what went wrong. Now, I don't want to put blame on one single person, but one person was in charge of the measuring and the cutting to install the new extractor. So basically, Dylan only had like a handsaw as well. He didn't have a jigsaw, nothing like that. And when he went to go and cut this piece of wood, he ended up cutting it a little bit too big because he measured and cut like around just the rim of it, and it was just wrong. So what we ended up having to do is completely remove that piece of wood that the extractor was sitting on, and we had to cut a completely brand new piece from a like waterproof MDF that we, thank goodness, had already for the backsplash. Now, bearing in mind that we do not have a jigsaw or any power tools to be doing this job, only a hand saw, so I think that's what made it worse. So just enjoy the next couple of videos. Now, this is why I said I did not record everything, because I think we were just done. We just wanted this job to be done. So here we are in the process of cutting the piece of wood for the backsplash behind the stove where the tiles are going to fit over. Now, the reason why we installed a different piece of wood over the existing is because there used to be a shelf, and there was like a hole where there used to be another kind of spice shelf as well. So here you can see Dylan is installing it. We put like pieces of wood behind it so it was sturdy. We made sure to level it. We were making sure that it was going to be a good job. We did not want to now rush this because we were tired and we didn't want to be doing this anymore. We still wanted to make sure that it was going to look good and that everything was going to fit in perfectly. So here you can see the wooden board is installed. Everything is okay. We made it through. At this point, we were like, okay, we've done it. Like, it's fine. The extractor is installed, and the end is looking like it is near. Now, this was also a really, really nice day, so I think we got really lucky. It could have been worse. It could have been raining, so.
Heeltemal uitbuiten toe. Albo.
This is what I meant by we were going to be replacing that like wooden extractor fan cover with just a flat piece of wood. Now, this is where we could step back, and we were kind of grateful that we had basically rebuilt the entire thing. So we decided that we would add a little bit more detail once we could step back and admire all the hard work that we had done. We decided that we were going to add these detail pieces to kind of match the shaker style cabinets that we already had in the kitchen. And I'm so glad that we ended up making this decision, because once the kitchen is all painted one color, I think it will all look like it was done at the same time and you won't even notice.
Get the my stuff doesn't.
Luckily, we did not have any mishaps with the last few pieces. We did have to sand off a little bit of the edges to get them to fit in perfectly. And we will be doing all the like detailing, like the caulking, and removing those screws and filling them, so there's not going to be any visible holes. So don't worry, that will all be sorted out in the end. So let me know what you guys think of all the work that we've done so far, bearing in mind the fact that we are very much beginners. We have no experience in this. The most we would have done is painting walls and bedrooms. We also have no power tools, so we're making this up as we go. But I'd really like to know what you guys think. We still have so much work to do. Hopefully soon the cabinets are going to be a completely different color and all of the tile will be in, but it's still going to be a very, very long process. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and follow along on this journey to our brand new and not so brand new kitchen. But we will continue to put out videos like this, and we're so excited to have you guys along for the journey.